Hey YouTube, what's up? It's CS back here with another installment, and here is my review for Strikeforce, Barnett versus Cormier. Alrighty folks, first off, a couple things. I am sorry about getting this shit out late as hell, but it is what it is. Here we go. I don't know, Barnett versus Cormier was a dope main event. The rest of the card kind of average. I will get to that in a sec, but yeah, I'm going to announce my contest winner. Of course, I was giving out this Alistair Overeem Hayabusa t-shirt. Nice looking tee. You know, of course, Alistair Overeem was my initial pick to win this thing, so I thought it would be appropriate to give that shit out. And my boy that is getting it is Rick1982. Congrats, bro. You should be seeing that in the mail soon. But yeah, let's take a look at this event, shall we? What did you guys think? You know, I thought that in that main event, you know, Barnett looked game. He was in shape. You know, he was ready to fight anywhere. But Daniel Cormier was just a cut above. You know, a little bit more athletic, faster, better boxer. And that's pretty much all you need when you're Daniel Cormier, especially with that wrestling base. You know, Daniel Cormier's hips looked awesome, you know, was not getting taken down all day and was doing the taking down. I've never seen Josh Barnett get out wrestled like that. Did not think Daniel Cormier would look into doing that. I thought he would just use his world-class wrestling to just keep things standing. No, but holy crap, man. He was trying to beat Josh Barnett at his own game, you know, getting things to the ground, ground pounding Josh Barnett, and, you know, just... you know, being on the ground. You know, that's Josh Barnett's world, of course. Josh Barnett's a little bit more submission savvy. Actually, a lot more. The guy's a crazy cast wrestler. But nevertheless, he did not get anything substantial on Daniel Cormier whatsoever. I think he had like a knee bar attempt at one point, but Daniel Cormier is too smart to get stuck in that shit. Cormier just, you know, winning everywhere. You know, props to the guy. The guy's like my height, and he's doing it big in the heavyweight division against guys like Josh Barnett, someone who I consider to be, you know, top 3, top 5 heavyweights of all time, you know. So, yeah, Daniel Cormier is a man, you know, sick boxer, and he's able to get within people's reach like Josh Barnett. Josh Barnett, you know, looked solid with his own boxing ability too, but I didn't think there was a chance in hell that Josh Barnett would use a stand-up base game plan and win, and he definitely didn't. Didn't do enough of trying to pressure Daniel Cormier to get to the ground to where he would wind up on top. I figured Josh Barnett knew that he wouldn't be able to out-wrestle Daniel Cormier, but because of that, I wish Josh Barnett would have tried harder on the feet to make shit happen in terms of swinging wild or something, because being in a boxing match with Daniel Cormier was just not working for him. I'm not saying Daniel Cormier is also a world-class boxer, but yo, you know, if 5'10" Daniel Cormier is going apeshit on you with, you know, crosses and sticking and moving in and out of the pocket, then yo, you might as well try to go apeshit on him with a wild, you know, Vanderlei Silva style kind of flurry. Josh Barnett, you know, just didn't try that hard. You know, I still thought he looked good, but I didn't think he tried. And for me, I don't mind the fact that Josh Barnett didn't try it, because the guy's accomplished a lot of things in his MMA career. So I'm not going to say he didn't try completely, but, you know, I thought that he kind of gave up, especially towards the later rounds, because, you know, I just have that thing in my mind where if you know you're down in a fight like 3 rounds to none and there's 2 more rounds to go, why don't you try to make things happen in terms of a finish? I didn't see any urgency from Josh Barnett, but instead in the last couple rounds, Daniel Cormier is still sticking and moving, still taking Josh Barnett down. At one point, I believe it was in round 2, where he grabbed that high single and slammed Josh Barnett into side control. That was some nasty shit right there. So, you know, props to Daniel Cormier for a well-rounded you know, performance. Really didn't gas towards round 5. Of course, they're both tired in round 5, but, you know, for heavyweights to go into round 5 and fight everywhere, I think is impressive. So, props to Daniel Cormier for that shit. Hopefully, we see him in the UFC real soon. You know, he's the champ. What can I say? Now let's go to the other champ, Gilbert Melendez, in the co-main event versus Josh Thompson, of course, you know, for the lightweight title. Gilbert Melendez is definitely not number 1 in the world after watching that shit. You know, 2 not-so-stellar performances in a row. You know, what can I say? I know he's not that motivated to fight due to the Strikeforce, but, you know, I'm not sure if Gilbert Melendez at his peak, gauging at what I've seen of him as of late, can beat a Ben Henderson or a Frankie Edgar. You know, sure, he has the ability to, you know, maintain the center of the octagon and counterpunch and do things like that, and dictate the pace of the fight with his own jabs and his own flurries. But real talk, against a guy who constantly moves, I'm not sure if he's gonna flourish against someone like that. Because, when Josh Thompson was more active, Josh Thompson was scoring, So, I don't know what to say, Like, it was a close fight, but I clearly thought that Gilbert Melendez still took the first three, but it was evident that he lost the last two, especially when Josh Thompson went apeshit on him on the ground. So, I don't know what to say. Like, I think Ben Henderson beats him everywhere. I think Frankie Edgar beats him everywhere. I like Frankie's speed. I like Ben's athleticism and his strength. I'm just not sure how Gilbert will beat these guys. And Gilbert Melendez, he's one of my favorite fighters, I'll admit it. But real talk, I don't think he's the number one fighter anymore. Maybe, I'm not even sure if he's the number two after watching that. As for Josh Thompson, tough, wily veteran. Good in several areas of MMA, not great. Solid cardio. He was able to, out-cardio Gilbert for the most part towards the later rounds. Props to him for doing so. Gilbert's a machine. So, yeah, I don't know. Solid performance from Josh Thompson, but I was really underwhelmed by Gilbert Melendez. Hopefully he brings it next time. And, yeah, I want to see a more motivated Gilbert Melendez because I still think he has what it takes to be a top 2 fighter. But, it's hard to be motivated in Strikeforce. I understand that. Let's move on to that light heavyweight bout between Rafael Feijão Cavalcante and Mike McKyle. Guys, I picked Mike Kyle to replicate what he did in their first fight. I thought he'd be able to, especially with the fact that this guy almost finished Bigfoot Silva. How much harder does it have to be to finish someone like Feijão Cavalcante? Especially when Feijão kind of got exposed in a couple fights ago, against Dan Henderson. I thought Mike Kyle can definitely use his reach and his power to, put this kind of away. But Feijão was having none of that. Rocked him on the feet, looking flashy with his strikes, and of course finished him with a nasty guillotine. Mike Kyle was standing, and Feijão just grabbed that shit and leaned back. Damn, that was a nasty guillotine, real deep. Nice win for Feijão Cavalcante. I don't know what's next for him, though. I want to see him in the UFC. That was rather impressive what he did to Mike Kyle. No one just finishes Mike Kyle like that. I'm not saying Mike Kyle is like, a world beater or anything, but, for Feijão to beat him pretty much everywhere in like 30 seconds, I thought was really impressive. So Feijão to the UFC immediately, please. Welterweight bout between Nah-Shon and Chris Bang. I really didn't break this bout down in my prediction video. Didn't really care. Chris Bang, solid kickboxer, but that's pretty much all he is. Nah-Shon should have showed more urgency to get this thing on the ground. I thought he could have undone that and win, and he didn't. So, yeah, nice solid win via knees from Chris Bang. That was rather nasty. Preliminary card. JZ Cavalcante versus Isaac Valley Flag. Guys, JZ Cavalcante's done. Nice guy. Very talented dude. But, I'm not sure if he, feels like doing this as much as he used to, like 3 or 4 years ago. Because this guy was an animal up until his inconsistencies. And yeah, now he's losing to Isaac Valley Flag. Valley Flag, he has some skills. He's kind of well-rounded. But JZ Cavalcante in his prime smashes this dude. I don't care. And yeah, what can I say? Kind of a waste of talent, just because of his injuries and his inconsistency. I know what he's capable of, but he hasn't shown it. So again, it's unfortunate. Light heavyweight bout between Virgil Zwicker and Guto Innocente. Close fight, just because, Innocente gassing when he wasn't, doing the Muay Thai strikes, and when he wasn't keeping it at bay. Virgil Zwicker always coming forward, looking for takedowns and shit. I don't know, Guto Innocente with some of, some whack takedown defense here and there, but yeah, he got it done, whatever. Next bout, light heavyweights between John Vellante and Derek Mayman. Vellante pretty much showing he was better everywhere. Mayman does have solid cardio. I was surprised that he was able to throw sloppy still in round 3 because his punches weren't getting better or worse throughout the fight. You give that kid some technique. I think he might be something. The guy has, a pretty solid physique for MMA, if you ask me. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's a strong guy, but John Vellante is just, the better striker, and it was fought on the feet, so the better striker won. What can I say? Quinn Mulhern versus Yuri Villefort. Guys, Villefort, some of the wackest takedown defense I've ever seen. Quinn Mulhern, really not, a D1 wrestler whatsoever. The guy has some solid jiu-jitsu, and he definitely showed it in this fight, but holy crap, it was pennies for him to just take Villefort down at times, I know Innocente and Villefort haven't fought in like a couple years, but, at least one of them had some takedown defense. Villefort was just horrible with that shit. kind of despicable. Solid win for Quinn Mulhern, though, because Villefort, is a solid prospect. And for Mulhern to get a win over someone who's not totally a bum, that's all right. Now let's go to the bout that kicked off the evening in general. Bobby Green versus James Terry. Bobby Green apparently won via split decision. I missed this fight. I picked Bobby Green. I wanted him to win. He won, so there it is. So that about does it for my review of Strikeforce Barnett versus Cormier. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, shout out to Rick for getting this t-shirt. And yeah, I'll have a contest in my next prediction video. Hopefully that will be up soon. That, of course, is for UFC 146. Dos Santos versus Mir. Really can't wait for that card. Very stacked. Definitely check out that card. But as for this one, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed what I had to say about it. That about does for me. Thank you for your time, guys. Deuces for all my supporters, bruise for all my haters, and take care.